Hello, and welcome back to the Year of RPG 2025 contest, The Land by Zendaris. The adventurer finds himself in The Land. Alright, so Zendaris, from what I know of his architecture, I played a few of his RPG stuff, a few of his RPG holds. He likes doing like these unusual conceptual type levels, so I'm expecting something rather strange from this. Ah. Oh no. Alright, Zendaris was involved in that particular project as well, yeah. We have another Hold Anonymous coming, and there are some custom toys from that, which it looks like are making another appearance here. So, Scroll of Minor Might, destroyed after 1 combat, 5 attack. Scroll of Slight Protection, defense plus 10, destroyed after 1 combat. And we've got an Evil Eye here. So if I do this, Scroll of Mediocre Might, plus 10. Scroll of Major Might, plus 15. I see. Oh, and do I not get a choice? I have to... I mean, I guess I can drop it here. What happens if I bring it here? I just drop it. Okay. So I guess this first part is just Scroll of Partial Protection, plus 20. Scroll of Powerful Protection, plus 30. I see. Well, I think I would... The defense is obviously better. Oh, the Roach Queen's gonna lay an egg, though. Also, the attack is insufficient. I cannot get through the eye, even with the attack. So I guess we'll do that. And then with the attack, how are the eggs? 23. Is that just a standard egg? Been a while. I don't remember. I guess we have to spend that there, and then that's how we get through. Okay. So, introduction... Oh, more scrolls. Oh boy. Okay. Showing how these mechanics work. Scroll of Cooling. And it looks like these we can stack. We can stack up to 2, it looks like. Okay. It didn't say anywhere what these do. Cools down tile in front of you, 2 charges. Right, so if I hit special command... No? Tab, right. We have an option for that. And then the ice melts. So I can... Well... Exit is blocked. This is probably unnecessary, but this is what I've decided to do. There's probably just walls or water or something that way. Alright, so the question then is, I guess it doesn't matter if I have 2 or not, because ultimately what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to spend 1. I guess the smart thing to do then would be to do something like this. And that way I can get across. And spend 1 there. I can probably spend 1 to get rid of the hot tile as well. Oh, okay. I will spend 1 to get rid of the hot tile as well. 100 flat damage. Alright, so I feel like this was kind of just set up as a tutorial. I don't know if there was a way to smuggle a scroll of cooling through. I don't think there was. Oh good. A map of the land. General info about the land. Hot tiles deal level multiplier times 100, fire traps deal 1000, themes deal 300, Greckle gates cost 15, then 40. I guess there's a second part to the land which has a higher multiplier. Harvest scrolls effect stacks multiplicatively if it's used multiple times in a row. Kilroy was here. Okay. What I gathered from that was that there's no flat damage, but there is a harvest scroll. Which means I probably don't want to grab the health right now. Harvest scroll is another custom item, which increases the value, I believe increases your multiplier for the room that you're in until you leave the room, if I remember right. Which I might not. If we find one, we can check. Okay. Pot lid. Sure. A banded pot lid, even. Alright, so this is where things start. Yeah, and lots of accessory storage there. Okay, more cooling. There's harvest. Doubles item multiplier for 10 turns on use. Okay. Broom. Explosive safe, wall and mirror safe, +4 attack. Also, it's a weapon. Wall and mirror safe. Does that mean I don't cut mud with it? Or can you sweep up mud? That would kind of make sense. Broken wall there, if we could get it. Okay, and those harvest scrolls have a number after them, so we could stack them. And we get 10 moves of ×4, it looks like, if we use both together. Alright, so this is just a heavy accessory usage level. Average man. Okay, and then Zandaris' custom enemy, of course. Attack, defense, health, and so on are all the average of whatever else is in the room. In order to remain average, he will change if what's in the room changes. So we got 2 swordsmen there. Average man has the same stats as a swordsman. If we kill both of those swordsmen, he will in fact, well, he would have the same stat as a swordsman. And if we kill both of them, I wonder if he just dies if there is nothing else in the room. But the other thing we could do here is make mud. And the more mud babies we make, the cheaper the average man gets. Okay, but there is a yellow for 3 attack there, so that is good to know. So harvest is only for 10 turns. I'm almost certainly going to be using the harvest scroll on the stat, so I might as well just grab the health. Okay, I can grab 2 yellow keys for 400. That's never going to get better. What do you do? Open both of those. Interesting. I want stats. Let's start looking at the monsters, because these are the ones that actually matter. +1, +2, +1. Okay. So, +2 for Wraithwing, and +1 for the others. Kind of standard-ish, even though the stats themselves aren't. Well, I think there's a yellow for 3 attack. I probably just want to grab that if I can do it without fighting, and I can get a yellow key without fighting. So rather than deliberate, spending too much time deliberating here, how about I just... Oh wait, if I open this door, there's 1 attack in there, okay. For yellow as well. I could use Scrolls of Cooling to save myself 200 damage apiece here. I also got this stat bonus, which is not bad. Alright. So that is what I want to do. Scroll of Slight Protection. So I could fight a roach for free. But this makes Evil Eyes significantly cheaper. So that's pretty powerful. I could also grab a permanent 3 defense. If I wanted that pot lid, I need a green key. If I want the broom, was it also green? Yes. I don't think there was another weapon anywhere, was there? Not that I can see. Spiders. Pretty nasty. I could just take out a Roach Queen. This will give me access to this without having to go through you guys, but does that actually help me? I grab the green key right away, get out, and then grab... I'm interested in checking if the broom actually gives me first strike. If it does, then this is almost certainly the correct play. In fact, you know what? I can save before doing this. So does the broom actually extend in front of me? Even if it doesn't, having some permanent attack probably... Well, it says it's wall safe and things like that, so yeah, probably. Well, I guess I can sweep up the mud with this at least. Okay, good to know. Yeah, and that helps tremendously because now I can actually attack. I can attack first. Yeah, so now roaches are all just reasonable. But it is wall safe, so I can't break in there. Okay, but now I can start considering... Yeah, like the roach isn't going to get cheaper anytime soon, so just going for that attack looks pretty good. Same with the Wraithwing, though, for the defense. What if I go up here? I could grab 3 defense and make progress towards a red door. Only problem is this will spawn a roach queen, or a roach egg, which requires 24 attack. Okay, there's 2 in this room. Wrong button. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I get a whole bunch. Okay, there's a lot of attack. So I can take out that egg later. With that in mind, I think I'm just going to do that. Because the defense helps quite a bit. Yellow key does get me 3 defense there. Maybe I just attack this upper roach queen now. Before she lays an egg. Because that'll give me access to some good stuff. I mean, I guess really I'm using a Scroll of Freezing to grab that. Is what's actually going on here. But with Scroll of Freezing as a possibility, I need to keep that in mind too. Also, I should be keeping these harvest scrolls in mind, because I'm going to want within 10 of each other. So if I consumed it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. So maybe I try to use both of the Scrolls of Harvest right here. Which means I'm saving up all my shovels for this, I guess. There is a Roach Queen in there. But I need to get through a spider. And she's not blocking anything off anyway, so I think I don't actually care. So, yeah, we're just gonna do that. Grab the big defense. One attack does help with Evil Eyes. And there is an Evil Eye fight there for stats. Thing is, one more fight and then I don't get to kill you until... Yeah, so I think I do want to do you next then, just so I can get the key. And with this yellow key... Well, I no longer care about leaving defense, about killing stuff for the queens. So let's find a good spot for a yellow key. It's freezing scroll, freezing and defense scroll. Access to here. How much was a Greckle gate again? It said 15. And then it's still 15, okay. Probably we'll grab that now. Okay, freezing gets me 3 more defense. Which I can just do for fighting you. Cooling, sorry. No, I need a double cooling. Double cooling would also let me skip a red door. I do have 5 shovels. Nothing I can do in here, right? I can get help, okay. I could just attack another Roach Queen. So 1 attack makes her cheaper. Let's just do that. I could also get that attack down there. Which makes Evil Eyes, Spiders, and Mud Babies cheaper. Okay, that's pretty good then. Could go for the big scrolls in the middle. Assuming I ever do want to open this. I guess we're gonna have to take another hit. That's fine though. You guys are worth quite a few Greckles, but it's okay. Wrong button again. No room in that direction, good to know. Okay, roaches are now free. And they provide Greckles, so worth doing. Okay, attack helps with everything. Well, easy attack. Three more still. Spider is only 2. That's pretty cheap and comes with a bunch of stuff. There's also always just the scroll of attack option if I need to break through a Roach Queen. Are there any other green keys on this level? There's one in there. Okay, I can trade a yellow for the pot lid. Well, there's a yellow here. Alright, and now we do one of you. I could use a scroll of attack on you as well. I probably want to save the scrolls of attack for the average man, though. So that's what we will do. Okay. I need 11 if I want to get through there. Oh, I'm not getting that scroll until after I've broken through here. Unless I spend 5 scrolls of cooling? Okay, it's 1 scroll of cooling here. I don't think... Oh, there's 1 left. Okay. Well... that is a thing we can do. You got the pot lid. Slightly more protection than a piece of tissue paper. Yep, better than nothing. Okay, 1 attack helps on spiders. Okay, you guys really aren't that scary anymore. Grab the attack scroll. And park it for now. So a funny realization just came to me. I am playing a Zendara's entry, and so far it is the most normal entry from a DROD RPG thing. Like, yeah, there's a lot of these scripted toys, but it's just kind of an open layout where you can just do stuff. And you know, as much as I appreciate people trying to mess with the formula, I kind of just like being able to run around and do things. So, yeah, I'm actually... When I saw the scripted stuff, initially I wasn't super thrilled to see it, but honestly, it hasn't been too bad so far. Okay, we'll grab the defense, because we can, and I don't know if there's really all that much to spend on at the moment. I mean, I guess we could get 1 more attack, which makes a pretty big difference. Yeah, there are those scrolls there, but at this point I think we're just kind of fighting stuff. There were yellow keys available here, right? There's still 1 if I dig for it. Okay, but I only need 1 more attack, so... yeah, it might be time to do this. I need to dig for it regardless, because of the trapdoor. Unless I get enough attack that I can take out an egg unarmed. Is there that much attack left? There might be. I really want that key. Because I need the freeze scroll, which gets a refund. Okay. I can do this for a key. Oh, I do have to fight some mud babies this way, and if I had 1 more attack, which I could get, if I had 1 more attack, this would work slightly better. Yeah, I think that's worth it. So 150. I mean, it hurts, but we're through. We have the harvest scroll. I just grabbed this health at one point, didn't I? Shoot. It would be a long time ago. Oh well. Live and learn. Optimization for the next run. Got a harvest scroll doubled. Do I need more shovels? I have 8. That is what I need. Yeah, and did not get there in time. And even if that door was open, would not have gotten there in time. In order to get the extra shovels. That's fine. With this amount of attack, things are feeling pretty good, I think. Okay, so defend. Oh, might as well grab the Greckles. Right, with this amount of attack, I can easily save myself some shovels. And then still drop that. So I think that's the best we're going to be able to do, because we can't cut in the middle. So yeah, it's going to have to be that, and then we have to cut another edge, and then another edge, so yeah. That is doable right now. And then we get a sword that lets us break through things. So do we do that right now, or do we do this side first? I mean, this side is pretty cheap, and it's going to save us. So we'll do that first. Spider could be cheaper. Still not free. So I could use a scroll to make these cheaper. I don't think I need to, though. Alright, average man. Time to take him out, I guess. Yeah, I could grab that defense. He's only hitting me 4 times, though. Finally, a weapon danger enough to accidentally hurt myself with. And I guess if I had known that, if I had noticed that, I could have saved myself. There. Still not free. It's just for a scroll, though. Well, time to go forward, I guess. The building entrance. Oh. Okay, it turns out that is not backtrackable. Well, good thing the sword was autosave. Let's quickly just clean things up then. Scroll of mediocre might. Right, defense. Scroll of defense. We are gonna fight you for the... I have enough shovels for this, I might as well. I have enough Greckles for all of this, so I might as well. I don't know if I'm gonna need them. Probably not. Most people tend not to balance Greckles super hard, so once you get to a certain point... I mean, is there any point in grabbing both of these? Actually, no. I'm just wasting resources now. I got Major Might. But I can't bring both of these with me to the next level. So I guess I do the defense. Have a free Roach Queen fight. Which is kind of funny, in order to get the shovels. And then... I take the Scroll of Major Might with me to the next level, I guess. No return. Okay, so now we're on a 2 times multiplier, and Greckle Gates are going to be like 35 or something. Okay, I can drop that off again. Looks like a map of this building. Alright, so this is... Get 8 stats, and then I have to spend a bunch of keys for the other thing. Now, if I had come with a broom, I wonder if this was a bug, or like an error when you were copying the hold-in, and this was supposed to be backtrackable. Or if I'm making a choice between having the broom and having the sword here. Alright, what is this? Mist Shield. Destroyed after 1 combat. Minus 20 defense. What? Halves. Heat, beam, fire damage. Destroyed after 1 combat. Interesting. Okay, well, there's stuff in here. Right, wooden sword does in fact set off bombs. Okay, if I go in here, I seal that. If I go in here, I seal that. Ah. Okay. I guess the other thing I can do is I can, yeah, 200 damage, okay. I can put my sword down, so I do have that option. Okay, you're each opening the door close to you. There's a brain in this room. Bunch of nasty stuff. Alright, if I had... Well, if I had more Greckles, it wouldn't be super useful at this point. I can get more shovels, which gets me in there. Given that there's mist everywhere, I'm kind of inclined to just take attack and not worry about the defense. It also helps with everything. Okay, I mean, I can skip that, so what do you do? Okay. Spend 1 green key. And then fight or a 2nd green key. There's a weapon. Mistblade, of course. Mistproof, no enemy defense. Destroy after 1 combat. Well, I'm pretty sure I want attack. That makes everything a lot more manageable. What do I actually want to do, though? I have 4 enemies to fight in order to get through the brain. I need to be able to fight rock golems, but as long as I kill 2 things, which is going to cost me like 25 shovels, or I mean, I can just fight a Mad Eye. It's not too bad. It's a little bit bad, but it's not too bad. Another mist shield over there. Is that if I had a double scroll of cooling, I could go grab those stats? Is that what that is about? There is a scroll of cooling here. And you guys unlock stuff. Okay. Pressure plate opens that. Oh, those are toggles. Okay. So that's just to make sure... I don't store items? Is there any purpose to this section up here? Okay, it lets me get in here and go back and forth. Right, so the purpose of this is that I can skip this whole thing and still have a sword. Except not, because I can't use this. If I go through once and grab this, I'm able to get out. No. Okay, so this whole mechanism up here is for, I can use this after I've done this, so I have to run through once and then back. So I'm taking 800 damage on hot tiles in order to get access to everything in here. Okay, that's closed. I guess if I want to spend the harvest on this. What is this? Anti-brain. Doubles defense power of monsters in the room. Okay. There is a harvest here as well. It's only 200. Gets me quite a few stats. This isn't going to get better, really. I mean, I could save myself 100 damage by using my big scroll. Is there anything that disables this? No. Alright, I've just decided. This is how I want to start the level. I could spend the harvest scroll there, but I'm going to be greedy. And how much does Mad Eyes hit for? Can I do this? You're 330. 990. Okay, 330 it is. Plus 3 does make you cheaper. And then I would need another 400 health. to make it out. I also need a green key if I'm planning on using this. Okay, well, that's good to know. I could also just come through with the broom, which is only a little bit of attack. Okay, I can go through you and get the... I can get the attack scroll that way. How much? Whoops. I went through an auto thing. Okay, grab another yellow. I can grab 2 attack here. Attack makes a big difference. 4 attack makes a little bit of a difference. Is there anybody better I can spend that on? I can just go down here and get 6 defense. And that opens a green door. So I would be looking at 357 for a gray man. Could be cheaper. This doesn't save all that much, honestly. I need to just start doing things. I can do that. I can also go up here. To get... Yeah, so +2 does save me 50. If I go in here, you are 312, 7. I could spend 9 shovels here, but I'm spending 5 here, but I'm getting 6. Okay. Brayman is +11. Buff is +5. Okay, we'll do that. So I do have a Scroll of Minor Might on me, which is only 5 attack. 180. Doesn't save anything. 340. Okay, does this work the way I think it does? Yes. So it would be 1,000 for that. Now if I used a Scroll of Cooling on it, the thing is, if I use 2 Scrolls of Cooling, I can get +12. The Mist Shield's kind of weird. If I equip both of these... Well, let's... I guess we're doing this. If I equip both of these... I can't, because you still blow up. So 1040. I mean, half damage on the hot tiles isn't worth it, unfortunately. Hmm. We could save 150 by hitting a attack checkpoint on the eye. So you know what? That's a pretty good time to use this, maybe. If I used a Mistblade on the Golem, you'd be free. You don't help though, because you just drop a 40. Okay. So I mean, I can. Uh, 285. I could grab the mist shield. Does that help me in the mist? No. What do you do stat-wise? You let me use my defense while I'm in the mist. I see. Hmm. Not much of a difference, honestly. If I go this way, 25 keys, but I get a green key out of it. Or 25 shovels, but I get a green key out of it. So maybe I should be trying to save for that. I do need more health. There's also this, which looks like spending 1,000 for that. 3 yellows or a green, and then a goblin fight. 2 goblin fights, one of which I'm in the mist for. Do I want to spend 1,000? Do I want to spend 1,000 for this? Not really. There's a defense scroll that could actually make a difference too. What do you do? Open that. It's 160 Greckles for a yellow key. I mean, I do get a yellow key out of it. And a little bit of health. Ultimately, I just need way more health. If I had a green key, what would I do with it? Probably grab all of these stats. So can I get through here? Twice. Maybe I can't be super greedy with the stat doubling. Okay, that's going to cost me 400. Also, I have Major Might equipped still, which might be throwing off my calculations for things. I've been looking at enemies. Here, Mud Baby is a health profit, but not by much. Gray Man. I feel like I need to find a good fight for this. Reducing somebody's defense to 0. I mean, it's really the Rock Golem, isn't it? The Neither isn't that expensive anyway. Yeah. Okay, another thing is if I get through here, I do get access to another room, same as here, so maybe I just need to push. So to push here, I don't really get health. Where do I even get health at this point? I guess by spending yellow keys. Or Greckles. I mean, I have this option. Which I can do if I have more doubles, so I think we're gonna do this. And give ourselves some more HP. Now we have 2 yellow keys. The green key is pretty expensive. Yeah, I don't want to use the green key here. I'm a yellow key short there as well. Well, I don't think that we have the stats for it yet, but let's at least look. How is this looking? I need 330 more health, roughly. Can I get that? Because if I get that, I think I'm actually in a pretty good spot. And then the level gets easier from there. Okay, do I need yellow keys for this part at all? I don't think so. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Then we're going to save ourselves some damage. We'll do that. I do need another yellow key for that, but it's okay. Now... Alright, I can get through here as many times as I want. Okay. Right, I needed a green key for this strategy. Which I do not have. Because I needed more shovels for that. Okay, so this isn't actually going to work. I've just wasted all my resources. Well... If I... You're only 560. Ah, that's not free. Could it have been free at some point? I also get more stuff if I do that. You guys have 60 defense though, so it has to be the Mistblade. Yeah, you guys are stupidly expensive. I could get the yellow here. There is a green here. But the only other green is behind 25 shovels, which is behind 3 yellow keys, which is just a green for 3 yellows anyway. Okay, well, maybe we don't do this just yet. But instead, what we do is get ourselves enough Greckles to get another scroll of healing, maybe? Scroll of cooling. And then we can break through here, use one scroll to get across, use another scroll to get across. And then I guess we're choosing between what we get here, but we get these stats and this health. And another mist shield, so we'd only take 100, 200 coming out. Okay, 22 for a Mad Eye. That does, like, nothing. Problem is, I need... Okay, Mud Baby is 7. Hold on, if I had plus 10, Mud Baby is only hitting me twice, never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure which way I want to go. I might have just run out of resources. Could also be being too greedy. So maybe the better thing to do then. Well, I can't use the scroll there. But if I just doubled that, instead of grabbing that other harvest scroll, that saves me a lot of trouble. Could grab that, but I think I have better uses for the yellow key than ever going in there. Because if I do this, that goes up. Which, I think that would be really good. Obviously. But I think I would just need to prioritize having a green key. And I think I could have. I spent shovels here, which obviously wasn't worth it, given that this exists. Now that I understand just how valuable that green key is. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for this entry. I didn't get to the end. The problem, these harvest scrolls are actually just kind of too powerful. So if you're not optimizing them to the extent of this, then you've basically just destroyed your entire run. So something to consider. I could actually even bring a double harvest scroll in from the previous level, and then like maybe potentially quadruple this, which would be, or times 8. I'd go to what, times 32 times, which would be stupid. But it's possible. So that might be kind of fun to mess around with. Definitely, this is an entry I wouldn't mind playing more, but since I have a whole bunch to get through for the contest, I don't think I will on camera. But once the hold is published and I can actually get high scores, I will probably revisit this. Alright, but that's going to be it. Well, I guess I can win the hold. Woohoo! I still wonder if that's intentional. Okay, we got more Zendars. Oh, bad experience. Okay. Well, Zendars does like making troll entries every once in a while. So that's what we'll do next time. I will see you then.